Good morning, children. Hope all of you have revised the topic of the previous class. In the previous class, we have discussed about how France became a republic. Today, we will discuss about the reign of terror and the major changes brought by Robespierre in France. After the execution of King Louis XVI, a new period under the leadership of Robespierre came in France. Now we will see what Robespierre did in his kingdom and whatever he has done that is termed in history as the Reign of Terror. He ruled France from 1793 to 1794. This period came to be known as the Reign of Terror. So, whose reigning period came to be known as the Reign of Terror? Robespierre's. Why? Let's see. He followed the policy of harsh control and punishment. If he considered anyone as the enemy of the republic, it means the government formed by Robespierre will get punishment. All those whom he saw as being enemies of the republic, nobles and clergy, members of other political parties, and even member of his own political party who did not agree with his methods were arrested, imprisoned, and trialed by a revolutionary tribunal. If the court found them guilty, they were guillotined. The guillotine is a device consisting of two poles and a blade with which a person is beheaded. It was named after Dr. Guillotine, who invented it. Next, about the reforms of Robespierre. Here, Robespierre brought some changes or reforms in France. What were the changes? First, maximum ceiling on wages and prices. It means he fixed the upper limit of the prices and wages. In the case of wages, every masters must and should pay certain amount of wages for the workers. In the case of prices, government fixed the prices. So the business people will not increase the prices as per their wishes. It means the government dictate the prices of the goods. So the market prices are maintained at the reachable cost of the common people. And so it was a major step taken by Robespierre. Second major reform or change made by Robespierre was rationing of meat and bread. Meat and bread are available to the people at low cost. Then peasants were forced to transport their grains to the cities and sell it at the price fixed by the government. If any farmer tries to sell his product outside the market, he will be punished severely. So the second major reform taken by Robespierre was rationing of meat and bread. The next, in order to ensure equality, Robespierre forbidden the use of more expensive white flour. This white flour is mainly used by the richer sections of the society. So he forbidden the use of that white flour. And now all citizens were required to eat a loaf made of whole wheat. Then equality was also required to be practiced through forms of speech and address. So he insisted to his people that instead of the traditional use of monsieur means sir and madame means madam, all French men and women were henceforth citoyen and citoyenne in French language means citizens. So he introduced the system of addressing the people as citizens. So, sir and madam will be called as citizens. Next, churches were shut down and buildings of the church were converted into offices of the government. Then, what happened to Robespierre in 1794? His policies are extremely good, which are well connected to the poor and needy people. But Robespierre followed his policies so relentlessly that even his supporters began to demand moderation. Finally, he was convicted by a court in July 1794, arrested, and in the next day sent to guillotine. So what happened to Robespierre? He was also guillotined. Next, about the Directory rule. After the fall of the Jacobin government and the execution or the guillotining of Maximilien Robespierre, the wealthier middle class came to power in France. So after Maximilien Robespierre, who came to power in France? Wealthier middle class. Their ruling period came to be known as Directory rule. They changed the existing constitution. According to this, voting right now denied to the non-propertied class. It means only the rich people are allowed to cast vote. Then it provided 2 legislative councils and then appointed an executive body. It is known as Directory, consisting of 5 members to avoid the concentration of power in the hands of one. But the problem is that clash occurred between the members of this Directory and the Legislative Council and even the Directory members among themselves. So, this political instability of this Directory paved the way for the rise of a military dictator, Napoleon Bonaparte. So after Jacobin government, who came to power in France? Wealthier middle class people. They seized the power and their ruling period came to be known as Directory rule. Let me conclude today's session. I hope all of you have understood the content clearly. For your reference, I have uploaded the URL. Go through it. Notes are also attached along with this. Take it down. A test question paper is also there. Try it yourself. Thank you.